There must be a reason why H.S. Strutt is America's favorite brand of turkey hunting calls and accessories, and this must be it. 15 new products this year, including the Wood Witch glass and composite friction call, the Palmer Hoot Tube, the ultimate owl locator call, the Undertaker choke tube for consistent shotgun patterns again and again, the two-way strut seat. Impossible terrain has never been so comfortable. And 5 new instructional videos from the H.S. Strutt University, including So You Want to Be a Turkey Hunter, the definitive source for new and beginning turkey hunters, and 4 additional comprehensive video courses complete with call that go in-depth on friction calls, mouth calls, locator calls, and box calls. Look inside your favorite hunting magazine for this flyer coming soon from H.S. Strutt, America's favorite brand of turkey hunting calls and accessories.
He's strutting.
Yes! H.S. Strutt, America's favorite brand of turkey hunting calls and accessories, presents Cutt'n Strutt'n Volume 4, Struttin' Across America, with the Hunter Specialties Pro staff. Alex Rutledge of Birch Tree, Missouri. Kyle Hicks of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Matt Moret of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thomas Newberger of Navasota, Texas. Steve Puffy of Red Wing, Minnesota. Pat Reeve of Plainview, Minnesota. Eddie Salter of Evergreen, Alabama. Tom Stuckey of Roanoke, Virginia. Rick White of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Wayne Carlton of Montrose, Colorado. And featuring Carmen and David Forbes of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Beneath the spacious skies, from the mountains to the prairies, this is a season of the hunters, for the hunters, and by the hunters. This is where we seek life, liberty, and the pursuit of turkeys. Is this a great country or what? Get ready as we go strutting across America. Cutt'n Strutt'n Volume 4, Struttin' Across America, is brought to you by Bushnell, the leader in sports optics technology. Maglite, the work of art that works. Beretta, a tradition of excellence since 1526. Gerber Legendary Blades, a worldwide leader in cutting-edge technology. Realtree, the makers of Realtree hardwoods. Blend in or go hungry. Rocky Shoes and Boots, the real deal since 1932. Whitewater Clothing, hunting isn't something we just do. Hunting is who we are. Winchester Ammunition, what America shoots. And by Hunter Specialties, the makers of H.S. Strutt, America's favorite brand of turkey hunting calls and accessories. Strutting Across America begins in a state with a long and proud turkey hunting tradition. H.S. Strutt Pro staffer Eddie Salter has been chasing Alabama gobblers most of his life, and every day these tough old birds present Eddie with a new challenge.
I can almost feel a bird. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight or not. But when I got a lot of ground that I can move and stop and cut, sooner or later I'm gonna find that old bird and I'm gonna come back and see him in the morning. There he is. He's not too far. This swamp's got so much blowed over timber in it. But a lot of times in these Alabama swamps, These big trees, a lot of times you can get too close to the bird. That looks like a good setup right there. I can call him down that creek that way, or he can come back on this side. I got a couple different birds. Sound like it may be 3 or 4. Drumming out there. He's coming to the right. He's up on that log. Do it, big boy. I want to let him get a little bit closer. Oh, he's moving. I gotta shoot him, he's gonna leave. Oh, man, I wanted to shoot him on that log out there. But I felt like he'd strut right on up here and I'd get a good close look at him, but come here to me, baby doll. All right, big boy. Boy, thank the world for these rocky boots this morning. You gotta have a good pair of boots when you hunt in Alabama. You're in and in so much water. Oh! Got my old turkey call in my hand. I'm gonna kiss that turkey call. I changed to a split V4 and went to hitting that raspy call this morning and he couldn't handle it. Well, I'm considering myself a lucky man. 3 or 4 different birds were gobbling in there. They flew down and they left me. Well, didn't really leave, but they started going away from me. And I was hitting real light to start with, and I changed to a 4-reed call and really started hammering. And he couldn't handle it. He broke away from them birds and come around. And actually, I miscoursed him. I thought he was coming up to this side of it, but he actually come to the right side, crossed a little creek, jumped up on that log. I had a good shot on that when he was on that log, and I wanted to shoot him, but I felt like he would get in a little bit closer, but I guess he'd come in, and when you kill a bird with like 1.5-inch spurs here in Alabama swamps, they don't look too much. When they come in and they don't see that old hen, bam, he was out of here. And I got lucky. I almost stretched it out. This old Beretta, it come through.
The next morning, Eddie gets into the same area to try the birds that eluded him the previous day. But in Alabama, having the birds within range doesn't mean you'll get a clear shot.
Here they come. Four gobblers come in, and actually they come in, I think, to go over there and to jump on this other bird, and I went to doing that fighting purr, and it broke and come back through here. I just couldn't get a good clear shot at him. I don't want to do a whole lot of talking, because we'll probably come back here this afternoon, or in the morning we'll get on these birds. But that's an exciting hunt, though. I got another bird fired up over here. I just could hear him gobble to start with, but he's coming in. He ain't but about 100 yards. We gotta get set up quick. He just gobbled. He's coming fast. We started off on these birds over here, and it's a little creek that runs down through, and it's so thick on the other side, I was hoping that maybe that I would ease up to the creek and get these birds fired up. So I hammered them, just cut them, and just eat them up, but hey, they didn't want no part of it. And I just could hear this bird gobbling way off in the distance over here. And he got closer, and he got closer, and he had a Jake with him, and I think he had another long beard. And when they hot, believe me, you better get your gun ready. All I could see in this little old true range was all turkey. Oh, pretty good old bird. Tell you, you always want to remember safety. It don't matter where you go and where you hunt, because when you're walking out with feathers shining, it can be dangerous.
In Northwest Texas, HS Strutt Pro staffer Thomas Newberger is spending this Friday afternoon scouting for gobblers. With the weekend right around the corner, he wants to make sure he's going to be able to put his favorite hunting partner right onto the birds.
We're in Northwest Texas. We're going to try to roost some birds tonight. We've got a lot of wind blowing. I want to try to locate some. My son's coming in, my oldest son, and we're going to hopefully get on some birds the next couple of days. So try to get out tonight and see what we can locate and get that much ahead of the game before we get started. Well, we're in the third week of our season, and the Rios are still working pretty well, but they've been henned up real bad all season. And a lot of these hens are starting to go to nest, and I think it's going to pick up a little bit and get a little bit easier as far as the morning hunts, with the gobblers getting away from the hens a little bit quicker. So I feel like we'll have a good hunt if we can get the weather right. See a long way from on this hill. If they're moving in toward the roost, we ought to be able to see them before they get there. With this wind, I'd kind of like to visually spot some. The wind makes it tough on coursing birds. I mean, you can hear them sometimes, but you can't figure out which direction they are. They have trouble hearing you. And it can, just one of those elements, that's part of hunting. Not necessarily the part I like that much about it, but it is part of hunting Texas. Well, we'll know more in the morning. This wind is eating us up.
Yes, it is. Not doing too good.
We came here yesterday and scouted this, and this looked like the most likely place for them. The creek runs all the way down through here. The biggest timber we found on the place. It's played the odds that they'd be in here, but so far we have not heard a sound.
Oh.
They're not going to talk a lot on a morning like this anyway, but
Yeah.
we ought to hear something. We still have a lot of land to cut. We'll locate them. It's just going to take us a little while. I'm going to hit this box call out down through there. It'll cut this wind better. See if we can hear any wind.
All right.
That's not the response we were looking for.
No kidding.
My oldest son, Brandon, he started hunting when he was 6 and was deer hunting with me some when he was about 3 years old. And at about 6, he started really picking it up. That's just our thing. Nothing else interrupts our hunting. I mean, there's nothing comes between us and the outdoors. That's a bond that we have that doesn't connect that way with anything else we do. I'm active with a lot of youth groups and feel very strong about passing on the hunting tradition to kids. It's memories they can't make any other way. That turkey gobbled back in this direction somewhere.
Yeah.
That sun coming up, we've got to try to locate him and get set out.
Otherwise, he's gonna be able to see us stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, this wind's just getting worse.
Yeah, it is. Picked up a lot since the sun came up.
Let's move on up the top of the hill and try it from there.
All right.
He gobbled again. Come on, get set up front over there. Brandon, sit up over here. All right. He gobbled it down.
Yes, sir.
On the other side of the hill, right over the Jake decoy.
Over there.
They're still a pretty good ways.
Yes, they are.
They're closer now. There he is.
There he is, too.
Straight over the pond.
Yep. I got him.
About 100, 150 yards behind that hen.
Yes, sir.
To the right of her.
Okay.
There they come, hold it behind the mesquite tree to the right.
Yeah. Yes.
You on him?
I see him. I see him.
Just take your time. They're coming right to the decoys. Take the bird on the right. The one that's not strutting, that's the bigger bird.
Yes, sir.
Just stay on him. Just take your time.
Yes, sir.
When he stretches his neck out, anytime. All right, take him. Yes, sir. Look at this other one. Look, 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 look.
Yes.
Be still. Can you believe that he's jumping all over? He is tearing him up.
Yeah, he is.
The deal is he thinks the other bird's dead. It's just a pecking order between them. That big bird, even though the other one's strutting, this was probably the bigger bird. So now that he's down, this one's the new king.
So he's pretty much telling him he's taking over.
He's now the boss.
Yeah, he is.
Let him get out of here and we'll go look at your bird, all right?
Yes, sir.
He's not going anywhere.
Sir.
Your bird is down. Good job.
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I didn't think you listened to me all those years. Sure enough, you were.
That was fun.
Oh, God. Good job. Real good job. All right, the other bird's left. Let's go see what we got.
Okay.
Yes. I love it when a plan comes together.
Okay.
This wind this morning, I didn't think, oh man, we'll be lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that other bird knock feathers everywhere.
Golly. Boy, he's pretty.
Oh man. Look at the beard he's doing. That's 11 inches.
Look at the spurs on that bird.
Good 1-inch thick spurs.
Yeah. No kidding.
Good bird.
Yeah, he is.
Get your orange bag out and let's get him bagged up and get back to the truck.
All right.
We're on private land, but we can't be too safe.
I understand.
There he gone.
Yes, sir. You got him?
Got him. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute. You carry.
All right. I'll carry it. Appreciate it, Dad.
You bet. Enjoyed it.
The Rocky Mountain state of Colorado is home to legendary game call designer Wayne Carlton. Wayne has built a reputation for his ability to call anything with feathers or fur. His favorites are Rocky Mountain elk in the fall and Merriam's turkeys in the spring.
Yesterday I was in here and I found a gobbler. He's got about an 8 or 9 inch beard. So we didn't get back in time this morning. It's so far in here, it's about an hour hike from the truck. But he should be up in front of us within the next quarter to half a mile. So we're going to use crow calls and try to get him going. I don't want to call until I'm in a good spot. can't believe at first you can't find them, and then when you find them and you call them, all the hens get there in a wad and you can't shoot him. They went up this hill over here, so we'll let them die down, just let everything calm down, and then we'll walk on up this little path that's going around the side of this mountain, try to get them going again. But I want to tell you, when you have the opportunity to shoot one and you can't pull it off because the hens are there or you don't set up right, and I didn't set up as good as I should have on this one, and my chances were very limited because I was looking over that log. And I had one opportunity to shoot him, but he moved back into the hens before I could get a chance. I know those turkeys. They're over this hill. I've been sitting here about 15, 20 minutes now. And they weren't that far. If they was coming, they should have come. I want to ease up over the top and see if I can spot them. Y'all hang loose. There's a gobbler up on the hill and he's coming. You know, turkey hunting out west has not always been as good as it is right now. We got a lot of turkeys throughout this Uncompadre Plateau range that we're hunting. But I remember back in '76 when I moved out here, I'd hunt for 2 or 3 weeks and you couldn't find a turkey. But now, through the efforts of actually 17 conservation sportsmen that met in our living room, we started the National Wild Turkey Federation, and that put a little pressure on the Colorado Division of Wildlife. CSU donated $20,000 worth of lab time. We found out that we needed to bring more turkeys in, a new bloodline, to get things kind of jump-started again, and we've done that. And in one canyon, with all these turkeys roosted in one canyon, over 400 turkeys roosted in one canyon. No, I won't tell you where the canyon is, but I will say that the NWTF, Colorado Division of Wildlife, CSU, and concerned sportsmen is what's made turkey hunting on the Uncompadre Plateau what it is today.
Champion turkey caller and call designer Matt Moret brings a youthful exuberance to any area he hunts. His favorite terrain for chasing turkeys is the rolling hills of the eastern United States. Today, Matt is in central New York, using the technique of spotting gobblers from long distances before moving in.
Yesterday morning, same kind of weather, spitting rain. Actually, it was a little worse yesterday. Came out by the end of this field, and there was at least 2 different adult gobblers in the corner of this field. And I'm going to go check it today, and if they're in there, we're going to slip around the backside and get set up before we make a call. So I'm going to park about probably 300 yards from this tree line where I have to edge up to that field that I can look at it good with binoculars, but I'm still going to be a long ways off. I don't want to spook them out of that field if they're in there. Let's park right up here behind this tree. Gotta watch those edges good, because that's a lot of times where you'll find them. Oh, there's a turkey. I see one. Oh yeah, he's a gobbler too. And there's another bird. I can't tell with them. I see 2 turkeys. One's definitely a gobbler. Got a nice beard. Well, I want to get my stuff and get around it. Back to the truck and get my gun and vest. This turkey's got to be in the corner of this field if they're still there, where I saw them from the road. All these leaves on the trees let me get in here. The rain that we've had keeps your footsteps quiet. That makes it nice. What I'm trying to do is get really into that gobbler's personal zone before I even make a call. I think we've done it. I'm just gonna let the woods calm down a little bit. Take our time here. It's later in the morning. Uh-oh. I see one. I see him all the way across that green field. He's strutting. We got perfect ground on him. I'm gonna hit him a little, see what he does. I don't think he has any hens with him. This wind, I might want to try something louder. Wind's blowing right in our face. We're hitting real good. I know he can't see us. I can see it once in a while. Yep, just gobbled. Cut that right off. Just gotta play hard to get, because they're in the field. Sometimes it's tough to get them out of it. Yep, he's coming for sure. Oh, there's a longbeard. Just walked into the woods down there. Oh, he's a big boy too now. All I can see is his beard right now. It's under that blowdown. I don't want to get pinned by this jig. I'm gonna just duck. He's right on the other end of that blowdown right there. Oh yeah, he's a longbeard, full fan. As soon as he clears that deadfall between that and that tree, I got a clear shot. Here it comes. Yes! Yeah! Oh, man. The morning, rainy, windy, crazy, and saw some gobblers this morning. Weren't doing a whole lot. We're here late in the season here in New York. Unbelievable hunt. That gobbler, we flicked in here, saw him out in that field. He wasn't doing much, and it's just persistence. That's all it was. Whew. Oh my gosh. Spring turkey hunting is absolutely the best. And you know, we're here late in the season here in the state of New York. The last week of turkey season, it's real green. That's a good thing because it hides you when you're trying to get close to a turkey, and that's exactly what we did. We spotted this bird in the edge of that field from the other side of the road, made a big loop and got real close, got in his personal zone before we even made a call. And I think that's why we were successful. But when I went down there to get the turkey, I seen his beard the whole way in. Good long beard. I get down there and looked, and the beard's a little bit short, and I noticed that the turkey has beard rot, or you know, he might have froze off in the wintertime also. But then he rolled over, and I looked at his spurs, and he's got a set of hooks on him. So definitely not a 2-year-old, maybe a 3, maybe even a 4-year-old turkey. But it just caps a great day. Weather's a little bit foul, but just pays to stick with it, because you never know when it can happen.
Our trip across America moves to the Midwest and the Show Me State of Missouri. Carmen Forbes is Hunter Specialties Vice President and co-owner. With the help of Matt Moret, they had birds fired up at first light. All those gobblers were soon silenced by a light rain. Carmen has spent a lot of time in these woods. She knew that during rain, the birds usually go directly to a large hayfield.
See if there's anything out there. You gotta get up from behind that bush. Not quite. Can I shoot? Here we go. Yeah. Go.
Yes! Yes! Woo! We deserved that one,
Matt.
didn't we? Good job. Nice shot. Let's go see him.
Day.
Look how big that turkey is, Carmen. Holy
Oh, look at this beard. Look at that beard.
That's bigger than any beard I've ever taken. Look there. Now that's
No
some wing
kidding.
fingers.
Look at that. Wow. How long do you think those are?
They're easy, 1.5 inches.
Whew.
Biggest turkey at camp so far this year.
Well, right.
Oh man, and he is huge.
Look at him.
Pretty. Did you get excited or what?
Oh no. Oh no. I couldn't believe we've worked so hard the last couple of days.
We sure have. And,
I
you know,
just
you knew where to come. It started to rain a little bit of thunder and lightning, and you said, let's go to the East Ridge, and he was here.
well, there was another one out here also.
Yeah.
He evidently ran off because of this one.
All that work pays off, doesn't it?
It was a lot of work.
Let's get a tag on him. We'll put him in a game bag, and let's have
Oh,
to brag a
holy
little bit.
criminy.
How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay. Tag out. I know someone that's going to be real proud.
Let's hope so.
Oh, man! He's close to 26, 27 pounds, I promise.
Oops, hang on, we got one wing.
You want to put him on your back, or
Yep.
you want me to carry him out?
Yep. Let me do it.
I'll carry him out. I might need to go to the chiropractor.
And we'll head back to camp.
Here, I'll carry your guns.
That's
got
okay.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
You got the turkey?
Did we hear some turkeys gobble today, or what?
We had 5. At one time over on that ridge, I couldn't believe it, and they had hens. The hens just kept leading them
Yeah,
away.
but they cut your call. I mean, not a problem. I thought for sure it was
yep.
going to be over this morning. But
Me too.
this one was well worth waiting for.
Oh, it was. You know, it started to rain, and we just came to the field, and that was luck.
Well, luck plays a lot into any hunt. Deer, turkeys, squirrels, whatever. A little bit of luck always helps. But you know what one of the best feelings in the world is?
What's that?
Carrying a 26-pounder out of the woods over your
Got
shoulder.
it.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. President and co-owner of Hunter's Specialties, David Forbes, is an excellent turkey hunter on his own. But when you have a chance to have Matt Moret do your calling, you gladly step aside. Like the previous day with Carmen, Matt had the birds fired up, but the adult toms wouldn't leave their hens, and Matt and Dave had to maneuver to a new location.
Man, I think that turkey's on this ridge right here. Okay. I think he's down on the tip of the ridge. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's pretty thick in here now. his head up, Matt. Yes. Oh. Yes. All right.
10 minutes to go. Good job.
Great job of calling.
Talk about last-minute gobblers.
You believe how far that turkey came?
Not as far as we did.
That turkey was at the end of the ridge, across the ravine, up the next ridge, and he made all that in 10 to 15 minutes.
Was it worth the walk?
Worth the walk. Great job, Matt. Thank you.
Good job shooting.
Let's go see him.
Absolutely. Some thick stuff.
I know it. You know, it's a good thing his head come up just in that right area. Look at him glisten in the sun, Matt.
You have got through some stuff. Holy
It is really thick in here, you know.
I saved this, though.
But you know, when I told you to get his head up, he was right in a perfect open spot.
You knew when to pull his trigger, man. That's awesome. There's something about these North Missouri gobblers. They're always big, for one thing.
Nice
And they always
beard.
got thick ropes.
Absolutely. Good looking beard.
Got great spurs.
Nice bird.
Absolutely pretty.
What's neat about this woods, Matt, is it's thick in here, but when you got his head up where I could make a good clean shot, it was absolutely perfect. It's about the only spot I had to shoot him.
And that's a great tip, and that's very important. Just like when you pick that shot when you're hunting with a bow. I mean, a good archer picks the exact time when he's going to release that arrow, and a turkey hunter should be the same way. You shouldn't rush that shot, and you didn't. And you made a good, successful harvest from that turkey, and that's what it's all about. Look where he's laying, right here in the sun. Is there anything more pretty than a spring gobbler?
You know, the green grass is coming up through. This is just a beautiful setting.
Well, I say we get a tag on him, get him in the orange bag, and we need to head back to camp.
Great job of calling.
Thanks Dave.
Matt.
Appreciate it.
Minnesota is home to HS Pro staffer and chief videographer Pat Reed. Pat normally spends his time behind the camera, but Pat finally got a chance to change places and get in front of the lens. Pat spent time scouting this area, and the day before his hunt, he found exactly where he wanted to set up.
We got 4 adult turkeys down there, strutting after that hen. It's the day before the season. Tomorrow opening morning, I know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be right up on top of that hill. I know they'll be gobbling down there. Things are definitely looking up and looking in our favor. They're just following her all over. Oh, I can't believe it. We got a guy down here with a dozer. I just heard him unload it, so it looks like we're gonna have to find a new place to kill a turkey.
Pat manages to find a chainsaw-free zone. He ends up in a field where he spotted some birds on the far end. A quick check of their mood, and Pat quickly realizes these turkeys are on their way.
There he did, he gobbled again. I better get back here. He might be coming. He could hear it. He could definitely hear me. Rain's picking up too. Should be coming. This looks like a good spot to sit right here. Got a good backrest here. a call, see what happens. Thought I heard him. They like that. They like that. There they come. I saw that one's fan. Here they come, 2 of them left, coming right in. They're out in the plowing. I want to shoot the Strutt'n one. The Strutt'n one's the one I want. Oh, he just gobbled. Coming right into the decoys. Here they come. Going right to the decoy. They're right in my true range right now. Oh, where do they go? Going back. I'm gonna have to take them. All right. I got him. There the other ones go. Them had to be the turkeys that we saw when we're scouting. Can't even talk. That is a big turkey. He came in perfect, strutting, gobbling. I got to see the whole show. I'm gonna go out and take a look at him. All right. Would you look at this turkey? Look at the beard on him. Oh, that is got to be the thickest bearded bird I've ever shot. He's got some big spurs. Oh, and a heavyweight too. This bird must be about 25, 26 pounds at least. He is huge. I love it when a plan comes together.
Northeast Iowa is home to some big gobblers. That's exactly what brings Rick White here to hunt year after year. Rick is very familiar with the steep bluffs and ridges of this scenic area, but after 3 hard days of hunting during Iowa's 4-day-long first season and only a few hours left, this is his last chance to bag an Iowa bird.
We know exactly where we're going to go set up. We're going to set up right up in the corner of that field there. We're going to actually use the lay of the land to our advantage. Stay down low along the timberline. You're able to sneak in and around and set up without actually spooking any turkeys out of the field. If you walk across those open fields and there's turkeys out there, you're going to spook them. This way you can get in, get set up, and everything's natural. It works out to your advantage. sticks there. Okay, find those sticks. Yeah, they're coming through those sticks right there, right behind them. There they are, 2 gobblers. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. This has been the hardest hunt I've had here in Iowa. This is the last day of first season, and we have hit them as hard as we can. And it finally came together. This was our last chance. I don't even have words. I could almost cry. Let's go out there and let's see what we've got. Yes! Oh, what a hunt. What a nice bird. Oh my God. We have hunted hard. This is the 4th day, first season here in Iowa, and we are about ready to pack it in. We've had hens come in, we've had jakes come in, we had a coyote come in. The landowner told me there was a couple of nice birds out here. We came out, we got a setup, we were patient, did some calling, and it worked. It really did, man. I still can't believe it. What a nice looking bird. Looks to be about a 2-year-old, 3/4 inch spurs. Nice thick beard, about a 10-inch beard. Oh yeah, pretty bird. Nice tail fan. Oh, heavy bird, 23, 24 pounds. Wow. Well, let's get him tagged and get him in the bag and get him on out of here. Oh man. Boy, it's a heavy bird.
The rolling hills of northeast Kansas have become magnetic to HS Strutt Pro staffer Alex Rutledge. Alex has had many successful deer and turkey hunts at rawhide camps. Even though he knows the area like the back of his hand, changing weather conditions, so typical in early spring, make the task of scouting an absolute necessity.
You know, the weatherman just said if the sun may be breaking out. If it does and this wind lays, hopefully we may get on something this evening sometime. There they are right there, look. So look at all them hens with them. Yeah, they're scattering, that's good. Look at them. Let's go get our stuff and we'll come back in here and try to call them up. They're all split up now. Come on. Bird just gobbled down here in this bottom right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay next to this woods and in the woods so they can't skyline us in case they can see this hillside. decoys out there, and I'll set up at this tree right here. Just gobbled again. Man, he's hot. Can you believe this is overcast weather like this and they're still gobbling? He must be lonely, is all I know. Man, they're coming. He's going to hang up down in that bottom. I'm going to shut up on him and make him play a waiting game on him. There he is. He's coming up the field to the left. Man, he's going to come right in my lap. Yes! Whew. Awesome. That was so close, man. These windy days, this weather like this, it's so crazy. You gotta get down those bottoms where they can hear you. That's a big turkey. Did you see how they reacted to the decoy? Unbelievable. Well, that was close. That turkey went in 7 steps. Set my gun there. I knew he had a rope. Look at that. That is a long, long beard, folks. There's no telling how long it is. Looks like he's a early hatch 2-year-old. I know he sure had a good gobble on him. Look at the pretty colors in him. You know, he hadn't been strutting a whole lot. You know, these birds right now with this cool front kind of drove them back into a pecking order phase. You'll see this happen a lot of times, no matter where you go across the country. Cool weather somewhat slows them down. You'll see gobblers get back together. But what worked on this old gobbler right here was hen yelping and cutting. And once we got him interested, we shut up and made him look for us. Great hunt. Don't let him get too close. Turkeys get close like that, you're patterned about like a rifle bullet. These game bags are nice for several reasons. One, for safety precautions, but also to keep your bird in good shape. Man, we got a walk ahead of us. Whew.
Moving westward from the Midwest to Big Sky Country, HS Pro staffer Steve Puffy finds that Montana has its own unique blend of wildlife. From big game to upland birds to waterfowl, Montana holds a treasure for every type of hunter. High above the Yellowstone River, Steve knows his own pot of gold is waiting for him in the valley below.
When you hunt a river bottom, sometimes it's really hard because the turkeys will be on the wrong side of the river, and that's one of them natural barriers that it's very hard to get them to come across. But in this situation, Might be a lot easier because we've got a lot more food on this side. This morning we watched some birds go into this island over here. But I think this afternoon they're going to come back over here. They like roosting over here, and there's a lot of food. There's some cattle working in here, and they've probably have been feeding in the wintertime, so those turkeys are going to come back over and peck in that feedlots where the cattle have been and try something different. Sometimes you got to do what the turkeys want to do. There's no rules in turkey hunting. The only rules are the ones they make. It's just about fly-up time. There's turkeys right down there. Guess where I'm going to be in the morning? They're not going to be very far from there. They should be flying up in the next 10 minutes or so. See, they're kind of working off right now. They're going to probably come right into these trees here. We'll just kind of hang tight here. In the morning, we'll get in here early and set up on them.
With birds roosted and everything in place, what could possibly go wrong?
It's not what you call calling in a flock. Calling in a whole herd. This one right in the front wants to eat it. Look at that.
Even the HS pros have to tolerate a little bull. Later that day, new setup. This is what serious turkey hunting is all about.
Where's the daddy? Where's the daddy? No, bring your grandpa back. Come on, guys. Come on, where's your grandpa? Hey, I had a friend do this once. Joe Drake did this. Yeah, you know Joe too? You know Joe? Where's your grandpa at? You know my buddy Joe? No, you don't. Oh, come on, where's the daddy at? Come on, where is he? You know Eddie Salter? How about Alex Rutledge? Matt Moret? Tom Strutt'n? Kyle Hicks? Not any of you, huh? How about Thomas Newberger? Pat Reeves? Ray I? Are you sure you don't know anyone else?
How's that for a show? Out here in Montana, they probably haven't been hunted a whole lot, and I'm probably the first person they've ever run into. but it was fun. We're gonna go see if we can find their daddy. Big gobbler and a bunch of chicks. It's going to the left. I hope those chicks don't see me. Oh, man, these turkeys have been giving me a fit. Been hunting here for 3 days, and they come down, they roost in this area, and a lot of times you don't want to set up on a bird. I thought I had them figured out the very first night. I got in here real close, and they flew down and they just left. I didn't know what to do. So I stayed with it, and I sat here tonight. I called, they come in. I couldn't get a shot at him. He stood out in the brush, and he gobbled, and he was strutting, and they walked off. But I stayed persistent. I kept calling. All of a sudden, they come running right down this little green, like a runway. I mean, this is awesome. Let's go see what we got. Oh, man, look at that thing. He is beautiful. Wow, look at the white on it. That is probably one of the prettiest Miriams I have ever shot. Montana, my first trip to Montana. Look at this thing. Oh, he's a good one too. Look at the beard on it. That is a big beard for a Miriam. Oh. Persistence pays off. I've been working in here for 3 days on this thing. He was the only gobbler with these birds. There's a whole bunch of them, and he's the only one, and it's really hard to get a whole flock to come sometimes, but I stayed with it. I'm gonna get a tag on him and get back and call my buddies and see how they're doing. Oh, that baby's sharp as a good Gerber. Montana has been great to me. Oh, yes.
HS Pro staffer Tom Stuckey is also hunting the basin around the Yellowstone River. Tom is used to hunting the hills surrounding his Virginia home, and using the terrain to his advantage is a tactic he's become accustomed to.
Getting ready for my hunt here in Montana.
on the Yellowstone River. Boy, it's a beautiful spot to be. I'm sitting up on a bluff right now, and a pretty good tactic to use is to get some binoculars and glass in an area like this. And you kind of get an idea. With a high vantage point like this, you can pick off some birds sometimes and get an idea what they're doing. And I've got big cottonwoods down here in this river bottom. I'm sure they'll be roosted in this area right here. I'm pretty sure the concentration of turkeys will be down over the hill here, down in along the river bottoms. There's a lot of green grass in the bottoms down there. Things are greening up. A lot of good turkey sign down in that area. It's hard to really get caught up in turkey hunting when you have so much beauty around you like this. This is really fantastic stuff. Well, did our scouting. We was up on the bluffs looking down. Let's get in that river bottom and get set. Look for a good evening. I've got 2 gobblers down this river bottom. I was able to see them up on this bluff. I was glassing, I seen 2 big longbeards down off the end of this pasture here. Maybe I better call before I step out here. Just call real soft. I don't hear them, but I know they're down there. Sneak over in these shadows a little bit. I got a gobbler gobbling down here. Got a hen over here, though. I better get some quick. Maybe I'll get set up here. I got a gobbler gobbling. I'm sure it's those 2 gobblers I seen a little bit ago. Man, this is a wildlife hub. We got ringneck pheasants, Canadian geese, everything. And we got a wild turkey gobbler gobbling down here. There he is, hear him. He's gobbling, he's hot. He's coming in. There's a hen over there calling. It's gonna be hard to call him in, but we're gonna give it to him. There's bird. There's bird. There's a gobbler. There's another one right behind him. Wow, he's strutting. Look there. They're running up. Here they come. They're running. Running in. Here they come. The second one, that's a dominant bird. The second bird's a dominant bird. Look how white his head is. He's strutting. There he's running. He's running right at us. Running real hard. Gotta be easy now. Easy. true range 30 says he's 30 yards. That's exactly what I want right there. 30 yards. He's mine. Yes, sir, that's it. Yeah. What a beautiful gobbler. All right. Montana style. Let's go take a peek at him. Man, look at a beautiful turkey. Wow, look at this nice big Merriam's turkey. Oh, he's gorgeous. He's beautiful. Look at that white buff saddle and a light tip pan. Merriam's turkey are some of the prettiest turkeys there are. I've been able to hunt them all, and this is one of the prettiest. He's got a nice beard too, from Merriam's. A real nice beard. You know, that other gobbler had a good beard too. They may have been brothers, who knows, but boy, they're dandies. Well, there isn't nothing like success. Time to bag him up and head on down the trail. We'll put him in this safety game bag. That way we know we're safe and sound. And it'll sure make it easier to walk out of here. We got a pretty good hike today.
The Black Hills of South Dakota are not only beautiful, but rich in our nation's history. But it's the opportunity to chase another Merriam gobbler that brings Steve Puffy here. Steve is getting a tour of the area from John Hauer, who is helpful in pointing out some hunting suggestions and a little dose of history along the way.
Steve, there's something here that not many people see, that where Custer came through here in the late 1800s with 101 wagons and 1,000 troopers, and it left these ruts. Those wagons had iron rim wheels. You can follow this trail all the way up to Fort Meade.
Look, there's a couple of turkeys out there. Looks like one nice gobbler. They're kind of down off over the bank there. We'll slide down over this ridge and maybe I can call them in when I get down in there where they can hear me. Always want to ease over and look everything over before you drop down in. Probably not going to hear anything. It's so windy up here. But the wind's blowing right at my back. It's pushing that call down there, so I probably don't want to waste a whole lot of time.
I'm gonna get down there. If there's a turkey, he's probably heard that, so I'm gonna ease right down there. Come down off of this hill here. Try to get out of this wind. I'm sure them turkeys probably don't want to be in that wind either. They can't hear just like I can't hear. Looks like a good spot over here. Try to set up right. It's just back in this little pocket here. One thing about Miriam's, sometimes you call to them, a lot of times they come running, sometimes they take their sweet old time. I'm gonna put in a mouth call, just in case. I'm gonna try a slate. It's nice and calm down here. Always want to start out with some soft calling in case there happens to be something close. It's just a little bit of a ridge here. Trees on the other side of that ridge. Could be some turkeys in that little drawback in there. The wind's blowing so strong over this hill that they're gonna stay secluded. But if there's something close, I don't want to blow them out here with something real loud. Here he comes. Stop right behind that tree. Come on out. Yes. Oh, man. These windy days, there's something else. Get down in these secluded areas, and a lot of times turkeys, they'll come around. They want to be out of the wind too, so I set up down over this ridge. There's no wind. It's really calm down here, but up top, I'll bet it's blowing at least 40 miles an hour. It's been that way for 3-4 days now. It's really, really hard to hear turkeys. But it sure is nice when it all works out. That turkey come running over. He must have heard my call, and he come running over that ridge, and he stopped down in here, and he just took his sweet old time. He went behind that tree. I just stayed patient, and I got him when he come out. Yes, let's go see what we got. Oh, yes. Oh, I love it. Oh, man. What a day. It's so windy. Oh, look at the spurs on him. Unbelievable spurs. Is he gorgeous or what? If it wasn't for the guys at Turkey Track Ranch, especially John Hauer, for helping me out finding turkeys, getting me on his land. Look at the beard on. Oh my gosh. Oh man, look at this. You've got to see this. He's got more than one. He's got a really nice beard here. Look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe there's more. 6 beards on this turkey. Can you believe it? I have never shot a bird with 6 beards. They're not very big, but there's 6 distinct beards coming out there. Absolutely unbelievable. This has got to be an old turkey, and look at the spurs on him. I mean, that is almost a limb hanger. He has got some really good spurs for a Miriam.
I don't even know what to say. That is an absolutely phenomenal Merriam turkey. I want to cover those spurs up. Them are some dandies. Unreal. These hills seem awful small when you got a turkey.
Tom Stuckey is also in South Dakota's Black Hills, but he has a little more time to hunt, so he concentrates on some of the Black Hills' large tracts of public land. Even though Tom is here to hunt turkeys, he can't help but be just a little distracted by his surroundings.
The thing that I enjoy about hunting out west is that it's just beautiful, and there's so many things to see here. When you come out here, you could see elk, you could see mule deer, you could see antelope. You're going to see the Merriam's wild turkey, of course, and that's what we're after here today. But there's so many different species of wildlife, and it's really a great place to be if you really love the outdoors. Not only is the scenery beautiful, but there's a lot of history here, and Native Americans, and a lot of the different stories that you've heard ever since you've been a kid. Here you are hunting right in the middle of it. There he is, way down there. I can't believe that turkey heard me that far away. Well, one thing's for sure, what's tough about Merriam hunting is that's a long ways to get down there to him. If we can get to him in the morning, he could be mine. This sure is big country. We got us a bird located down here. Let's get down here and get set up on him. Bird right there. I think I'll set up right over there. The winter's really knocked a lot of these pine branches off. Let's grab this big one right here and pull it up in front for some extra cover. Kind of makes you feel good when she calls and he don't gobble. That's the real thing. The gobbler's way down in this bottom here. He's gobbling pretty good. I don't know if he's got hens with him or not. He's got a long ways to come. But in these big pine trees, there he gobbled. It's wide open in here. Too much movement will give me away. I'd rather keep a little more distance just to be safe than sorry. Oh, here comes a hen. Don't move, don't move. Here comes a hen. She's gone. Oh, this is great. guess you'll call that gobbler in here. That's great. Oh, there he gobbled. He's right over the hill. Come on up here, Mr. Gobbler. Oh, there's another hen. There's another hen. Look, 2 hens now. And a gobbler. He stuck his head up just for a second. Now he's disappeared back down over the drain. The hens are just clucking and purring right now. The gobbler's just out of sight, just over the edge. Maybe they'll bring that gobbler. He's got to walk up here in front of me. Oh, there he is. He's off to my right. He's got around me. Can't move. He's hid behind a tree. Yeah. All right. I can't believe it. Yes. Oh, all right. I want to tell you something. Couldn't stand it. I had hens all over me. They were just right on me. I could almost reach out and touch them daggone hens and froze. I'm telling you, this camouflage is something else. They're just all over me. Couldn't stand it. And that gobbler, he come. I'm telling you, it must have been over a half a mile with a hen. I kept that live hen here with me. Ah, little strut calling and a little hen calling. I guess it paid off. Let's go down and see what we got. Yes. Look at that. That is great. Look at the feathers where he flopped down through here. He ain't gonna have too many left, is he? Oh, wow, look at that. That is a beautiful gobbler. He just about put the slip on me. All right. Ah. Look. Let's see, a 2-year-old turkey, 2-year-old gobbler. Yeah, he's pretty decent beard. What a beautiful tail. Look, oh, wow. Isn't this gorgeous? Let me get it in the sun, because I want you to really take a good peek at this. Just how beautiful these turkeys are. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? That is really, really pretty. Oh. Well, he's tagged. Now it's time for the bag. Let's put him in this orange bag. We'll be safe getting out of here. Plus, in these Black Hills, it's a long walk. Well, we got to go back to the truck today, so. It's been a great hunt here in the Black Hills. I tell you, the Black Hills have been providing me some real good, exciting hunts here lately. If you ever get a chance, try it.
It's later in the season back in Missouri, and Eddie Salter is having a hard time finding gobblers who aren't already with a small flock of hens. He knows if he's going to find success, he has to cover a lot of ground.
Looks like this area is pretty much open. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ease down on the lower side of this hill and get down there, see if I can use my crow call and make one gobble. I might better check that bird. He was down in here somewhere. Get this crow call. All right, there he is. I better use that tree. I'd like to get to that fence right there. One of them's got a long beard. He's doing some good strutting. Come on, big boy, come on. Well, I believe there's a fence right down through there. I thought them birds were gonna come right up in here. And he broke and went out in that field. Boy, he was doing some strutting. I tried to tell him I love him. He didn't want no more of it. But I'm gonna move and reset up on that bird. He went right up in that, looked like it flattens out in there. Maybe I can get down and get set up. Maybe I can call him back out. That's the reason that bird wouldn't come. He hit that fence. A lot of times, if you don't know an area, it can hurt you. You need to make sure you do a lot of scouting. That hurt us. Old bird just gobbled over. I got to hurry up and get set up. I believe maybe we'll be okay. Oh, now, I believe I got a chance to get the little bird back in here, though. man. I didn't think he's gonna ever come up here. Oh, thank you, good Lord. I didn't think he's gonna ever come around there. I thought he was gonna come in straight in, but he must have made a big move and come around to the right. I wasn't expecting him to come through that area, but all right, good bird. Got a double beard, all right. A good spur. Well, I better get him in my safety bag. Tell you what, these are some handy bags. For safety, that's the main feature, but when you get to your truck, then you won't have to worry about getting blood all in your vehicle and plus in your vest too. So this is the part I love to do right here. I like to put them in this little old bag, and I can carry my riding in my truck. All right. Old Beretta done its job this morning.
The backcountry of southern Mississippi is home to HS Strutt Pro staffer Kyle Hicks. Kyle is one of a fortunate few who've been able to turn hobbies into careers. Not only is Kyle a member of the HS Strutt Pro staff, but Kyle is also a talented musician. This morning, however, the only music Kyle wants to hear is the sound of a lone gobbler.
I was fortunate enough to be raised just south of the Mississippi state line in Louisiana. I spent as much time in southwest Mississippi as I did in my hometown of Baker, Louisiana as I was growing up. Being from this part of the country gives you the opportunity to hunt a wide variety of terrain. You can hunt big open pasture land, hardwood timber, pine timber. As you can see behind me here, some really thick, tricky stuff. All this variety in terrain makes it a little tough sometimes to turkey hunt, but it holds some of the best turkey hunting in the southern part of the United States. Louisiana might be known for their cooking, but we're going to try to make them known for their turkeys. Let's go roost a bird and see if we can't get on him. Got turkey gobble. One more time. Got one gobbling over there too. Gonna be a good day tomorrow. Boy, them turkeys been feeding all through here, picking up on this young grass, ryegrass and clover coming up along this road. Let's give a little call before we get to this curve here and make sure there ain't a bird around there. I don't want to spook him. Oh, we got a turkey gobbling right here. Dadgum, he's close too. I need to get a decoy out right here. And we're gonna get up in these bushes right up in here. Let's get that decoy out.
hit him again. See if we can get him to come on in. There you go. Oh, he's coming. He's coming. Here he comes, here he comes. He just came around the curve. Ooh, good long beard. Oh, that's fine, that's pretty. Oh yeah, you gotta love that. Whew. Get my nerves settled. Oh, you gotta love turkey hunting. Let's go look at that bird. Whew. All right, man. Look at here. Good old Louisiana longbeard. Man. Gee. What we did, we got in between some fields, and it's these logging roads that connect all these different fields and food plots together. Cutting and running down these roads. These gobblers at midday, they've lost their hens this time of year. They travel in these roads that are connecting these fields because these hens are coming through here and picking up on this clover and stuff. So we just started at the north end of this road and come down it, just stopping every so often and cutting a little bit, and finally got a turkey to answer us. Got in here, set up on him, pulled him right around the curve of this road. He saw the decoy, and that was it. Tater time right there. The plan came together. Couldn't have went no better. I mean, I'm delighted. It is a nice turkey. I mean, a fine bird. Good full fan on him. That thing was backlit with the sun. Man, it was beautiful. Beautiful. That is one of the prettiest things on earth. Good spurs on him. Starting to get pretty sharp. Probably 2, maybe a 3-year-old. Not real long, but they are getting pointed. Boy, they put a hurting on you. Reach down there to grab him while he's kicking. And a good beard. Caught them in midday with no hens. They're lonely and they're easy. Let's check him out here. Whew. Not a bad turkey. Eddie, now I know you wish you were with me. This type of terrain makes it tricky to turkey hunt, but
Be a beautiful morning if we were cow hunting.
Got around in front of those decoys, spotted that Jake. I'm pretty sure that Jake spooked him. Went down into the timber, got into a spot and just standed there.
Boy, I can't hardly wait. It's a shame it's just big pretty timber in this swamp. Got blew over. It's a shame this big timber got blew over in here. This is from, oh, it's a shame all this big pretty timber got blew oval. Oval. Dang. I got another bird fired up over here. I could hear these birds gobbling over here at the distance, and boy, they close the distance just that quick. What a hunt. Oh, my mic fell off. Hopefully I can run up on a little gobbling bird. Nah, one more time. One of my things that I like is to try to cover as much of it as I possibly can and try to get to know it as good as possible.
This right here is a turkey hunter's nightmare. Turkeys are probably dead. The wind's blowing, they're just spinning on the limbs.
You gotta love turkey hunting.